In the last 10 years, they've won 12 major awards, including 4 BAFTAs, and people still can't tell them apart. Ladies and gentlemen, Ant and Dec.
It's true, they can't tell us apart. You are very true when you say that.
No, well, I can tell you apart. You're Ant and he's Dec.
Well done.
And I tell you why, because you do look different. I mean, you've got that a bit of glint in your eye, you. I mean,
you don't quite trust us.
No, it's not that.
And you'd be right.
I think you could be a bit tasty. And he's just now listen, there's a story in... I'll try to prove what I'm saying now. There's a story in research about the only time that you two had a fight. And it just says a punch was thrown. I bet you threw it.
I did.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
Exactly, make my point.
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Absolutely. What about this business of the confusion, though? I mean, it does happen, doesn't it?
Yeah, all the time. And the thing is, there's 2 of us, so most people, you know, it's a 50-50 chance they're going to get it right. And they don't. You know, they always call me Dec, always call Dec Ant, and get quite annoyed when we say they're wrong. You know, I've been out before, and I was out in Newcastle having a drink, and someone came over and said, "Are you Dec?" I said, "Are you?" "No, it's Ant, by the way." He said, "No, it's not." No, it is. It's Ant, seriously. Don't wind me up. I know who's who. Come here. And what did it go? So I just had to hold my hands up and go, "Yeah, I'm just joking with you." It's Dec.
I'll be whoever you want me to be. Whoever you want me to be.
Yeah.
But people do. But I mean, you know, you can't get upset. I mean, you know, when I was a kid, I never knew which one was Starsky, which one was Hutch, or which one was Cannon, and which one was Ball. So you can't really get too annoyed, can you?
Little and large. That was
a kind of a giveaway.
Easier, that one. Yeah.
But we try and make it easier for people by when we're on telly, like now. We do it the right way around, so it's left to right. It's Ant and Dec. So
exactly. Well, we've all got it straight now. Okay. Let's talk about this remarkable success that you had, because I mean, when did you first met on Byker Grove, didn't you?
That's
2 lads from Newcastle, 2 lads from similar but very different backgrounds in a sense, because you came from a broken home, didn't you, Ant? You came with a single parent.
Single parent. Yeah.
And Declan, you had this sort of very warm Catholic family seems to be wrapped around you. One of 7.
One of 7, yeah.
That's right. Was there ever a problem with the sort of single parent situation with you?
Not at all, no. I mean, growing up in Newcastle, especially where we grew up, it was almost like the norm, really. A lot of my friends grew up there in single-parent homes, and I had a marvellous childhood.
And Declan, what about you? I mean, obviously, as I said, it looks a wonderful, warm Catholic childhood. One of your brothers became a priest.
He did, yes.
Did you ever find the calling?
I didn't know. It's been said many times that I often kind of thought of becoming a priest. It's not actually the case, but, you know, when you're at school, and you know, I went to an all-boys Catholic school, you know, and they ask you to consider whether that would be your true vocation. I thought about it, and then we saw the local convent school walking by, and I decided it wasn't quite for me. So I couldn't quite give that part of it up.
Yeah. What about when you first met? I mean, you're very close. I mean, it's like a marriage, your relationship, isn't it, basically?
Well, it kind of is. You know, we...
Careful what you say, love.
To a degree. Oh, he hates it when I talk like this. Yeah. It kind of is. And it's one of those things, you know, when we're out and about separately, because, believe it or not, we do things apart sometimes.
I hope so.
And only recently I was flying back to Newcastle, back home for the weekend, and I was going back on my own. And, you know, you just go through baggage reclaim, and, you know, you're going through security there, and they all automatically, people always say, "Where's your other half?" And by that, and I just automatically said, "He's at home."
Yeah. You went to all these rumours, of course. You were a gay couple, weren't you, to start with?
Yeah, we were to start with.
Yes.
Because we
No, we weren't to start with.
Oh, yeah. We said we weren't to start.
That's not where we started.
That's how we got close. We were, you know, we were in a band, and we were 2 young lads, and I think, like most boy bands, there's always rumours that goes around. But
yes.
Nah, they decided against that quite quickly.
We haven't got enough fashion sense to be gay. Do you know what I mean?
Speaking about bands, let's be reminded, actually, because, I mean, you had, what, a 3-year career in band, didn't you? And successful, too. You had 1 or 2 hits, so to speak. Hits, all right. Let's be reminded of the talent that took you into the hit parade. Yes.
Do you know?
What were you saying?
10 years ago, that is now.
Yeah.
It's I think it was 1994. #1 for 9 weeks. No, hang on a minute. #9 for 1 week. Sorry. I always get those two mixed up.
You forget how cool we were back in the day, though, don't you?
Yeah, you do, don't you?
Really looked good.
Yeah. What was it? You lived together in London at that time, didn't
Yeah.
you? Was it a men behaving badly kind of situation? Was
Yeah.
It was a bit, yeah.
Totally.
Was it bad?
It was. We first moved down and we shared a flat in Fulham, and we just done everything you weren't allowed to do when you lived at home with your parents. You know, we would never hang coats up. We never cooked a meal. We only ever used the cups to make a cup of tea. I think we had takeaways every night. We only found out we had a dishwasher the day we moved out because I remember going around, they do like an inventory to see if you've stolen any knives or forks or whatever, and they were checking all the drawers, and they said, oh, and there's nothing in the dishwasher. You were, that's a dishwasher!
We could never get
Right, I see.
Girls?
Yeah, great fun.
Well,
It was a nice flat.
drugs? You've never done drugs, have you?
No, it's not been really like, do you know what I mean? It's not really been our scene. You know, we prefer to go down the pub. You don't really see us tipping out of clubs at 2 or 3 in the morning because we prefer to go down our local pub.
But that's what's interesting about you, is that you don't do that. I mean, it's not obligatory to do it, but young men with your kind of success that you've had, the money you've got, I mean, it can be seen falling out of China Whites and places like that, you know, into the arms of the waiting paparazzi.
Yeah.
But you don't do that at all.
It's not. It's just like
Every now and again, it's good to, you know, you treat yourself to a night out, but I would never, I don't see it as part of my week, really. You know, I'd rather, like Dex says, I'd rather go down the pub and we work a lot, and I love what we do, and I love the shows we make, and I'd rather just relax and stay where we live.
You're very much kind of kids of television, aren't you? I mean, it's your be-all and end-all. I mean, it was the thing that inspired you, no doubt, when you were growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You grew up as television children. You're now part of it. You're making programmes, and what comes across when you make the programmes, I think it's part of your success, is this very infectious enthusiasm you have for what you do, and also the fact that you are very natural in front of camera. There's no artifice. You don't try, do you, to project something else? No,
and we genuinely enjoy each and every one of the shows we're doing. You know, with Saturday Night Takeaway, which is starting again very soon, and I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, and Pop Idol. We so enjoy those shows, and we're enthused by them. And I think that comes. I hope it comes across.
Yes.
And we really enjoy what we're doing. It's what we've always wanted to do. Like you said, from when we were kids, we've loved telly. We've grown up with telly, and it's what we've always wanted to do, and we're incredibly lucky to be in this job.
But more than that, you see, you're not just performers as such. I mean, you've invented programmes too. I mean, when you had your foray after the pop thing into kids' television, I mean, whatever it was based on, it wasn't based on Blue Peter, was it?
No. When we started SMTV, we'd started a production company, and we pitched a music show to ITV, and they said, we like the idea. Could you make it 3 hours long? And could it be our new Saturday morning show? And we said, yes, definitely. And they said, where are you going to draw your influences from? We said, very much from, you know, Tiz was and the more anarchic Saturday morning shows, rather than, like you say, Blue Peter, because I always felt patronised watching those shows as a kid. You know, I always felt I was being talked down to slightly with a lot of those shows. And that was one thing we definitely didn't want to do when we were making SMTV.
But it's interesting now, you see, because you've taken that same approach into Saturday night's television. I mean, it's an idea that you had, wasn't it? It's a kind of it's a distillation of those shows that you enjoyed and wanted to put together.
Absolutely. It's the shows we grew up on. It draws influences from all those shows like Game for a Laugh and Noel's House Party at its height, at its greatest. And it's the shows we enjoyed. Russ Abbott's Madhouse, we loved as kids,
show,
you know. And it's all those shows we grew up on. And it was an ambition of ours to do something like that on Saturday evenings. We've always wanted to be on Saturday nights, and everybody told us we were mad. You know, what are you going to Saturday nights for? You know, nothing ever works on Saturday nights. It's dying. Saturday night TV is dead.
And a lot of presenters saw it as a very uncool place to be as well. You know,
really?
But I mean, you know, it's probably better to go late night. You know, 10 o'clock slot on probably a different channel. But you know, mainstream ITV, the whole family watching is where what we watched, what we loved, and where we wanted to be.
What's interesting, again, is you've had in this 10-year period that you've been working on television and mainstream television, you've had 12 awards, 12 major awards too, a couple of very important foreign awards and 4 BAFTAs. And not just for performing, but also for shows that you've invented and produced. You must look forward to award shows coming around.
It's lovely. It's so lovely to win awards, and you never ever. You know, it's like, you know, we've won a few now, but you never, ever take them for granted. You know, and especially it becomes a cliche, but especially ones that are voted for by the public, because it just reinforces that...
Like the National Television Awards,
yeah, you know, it just reinforces that people are really enjoying what you're doing and you're getting it right. You never get blasé about it.
And proud parents can sit in the audience and
Very...
say, that's my son, that's my lad.
Well,
so that nearly happened in the actual audience of the NTAs, didn't it?
Well, because, of course, you know, we have proud parents, and whenever voting comes around, they obviously vote for us, as any parents would, you know, so...
Right.
Last year, I think it was last year during the National Television Awards, my mum made a few phone calls and voted for us.
She won us the award, basically.
Yeah. But, so she, you know, she left her name and address at the end because there was a bit of a competition to be won. And lo and behold, didn't she win the blooming competition? 2 tickets to the actual awards that night, where we were up for them. So she rings me up, tail between her legs. I'm so sorry what I've done. She says, I've won 2 tickets to the awards. And I went, oh, well, I said, that's okay. She went, no, I wanted the widescreen TV. That was the second prize.
She didn't come in the end.
Didn't turn up.
No,
Wise woman. Got her priorities
She can
right.
see me anytime.
Do you ever envisage a time when you won't work together, when you might go your separate ways?
Yes, very much so, Parky. No, not at the moment, have we? I mean, everything we're planning for the future is with the 2 of us involved. We just, you know, we love it. We love working together. Really pleased with the shows we do. But we have made a pact. If one of us wants to do something and the other one doesn't fancy it or whatever, then, you know, we're not going to get cross and have a big row and split up and whatever. Then we let each other do what we want.
Well, good. And you've got another series of I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here.
Yeah.
I must ask you, chaps, I mean, what do you really feel, honestly feel, when your job is to say now to some poor sap, stick your head in that bucket of milk? You're laughing. No, really.
And everybody thinks we're really smug about it, and we're not, you know. No, we're not. But I have, you know, the utmost respect for them, because I wouldn't do it, and I wouldn't have the bottle to do it, and I wouldn't have the bottle to go out there and live in that camp for 2 weeks. And so hats off to them. But God, it's funny though, isn't it?
I tell you what, it's a show I love presenting, because we come off the clips and we come off the VTs and we comment on what they do, and that's exactly what we do, sat in the house. You know, we're a pair of bitches, to be fair. Watching the telly, and we love coming off, look at him, what's he wearing? You know, it was in primetime telly wearing that, excuse me. But it's great. It is just like watching telly for us out there in Australia.
I think I think what you defined there is a reason for your success. It's just that natural thing I was talking about. Yeah. You actually, you know, you do react as people sitting at home would react, and that's the key to communication. Yeah. Anton Deck, thank you very much indeed for being my guest. All success to you. The show starts tonight.
Tonight, yeah.
Tonight. Okay. Anton Deck.
Thank you.